AI helps aspiring business owners, like Nona Lucia here, turn their passion into a product. Build your online store at Shopify.
If you don't have a lot of money and you want to blow up, then you need to understand how to predict music industry waves. And that comes from paying attention. Understand historically, not get caught up in that stuff is gone. And a lot of these labels that started as a region, right, in their own region, and then later start to sign to a label or a major label, right?
Oh, bro, you know what I'm saying? And so, but I think that's what happens. Like the core audience starts to change, and if you start thinking about things within it, you know what I'm saying?
That sentiment, but beyond a certain point, at the top of the year,
a bunch of other artists trying to do it.
Right now, that everybody, all of her competitors were about to drop new chicken sandwiches.
Crazy.
McDonald's, KFC. She went down a list. Like, no, this is going to.
Hey. Man, when you watch people, man, we see like TV shows. Like I've said before, I watch whatever I watch and I try to piece all this together to make it make all the best sense I can. I don't really have a direction, you know. But you watch a person, like we see these dudes. Do you ever notice, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to like for the, you know, history and you got to learn. And now today, for the maybe next day maybe, you know. So you have like the fucking time, you know what I'm saying? You got that. As you look back and you see all the movies where these individuals go through like whatever they go through, right? And they do all these things and we're just like, well, because some people root it on, because typically that person in that movie is like supposed to be because this is where it goes when I like listen to all those psychology videos and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, and they're breaking down the antagonists and all the stuff, and it gets interesting because of most times in the book, especially in, you know, throughout history, I would say, you know, but through different books and things like that, through entertainment back in the day, I don't think much has changed from now, is what I mean. Like, nothing is really different, just the media, right? That's really the only thing that's been made different. But I've noticed, it's like, you watch a movie, and you would usually root for, like, we know this already, like, you know what I'm saying, you usually root for the hero. Like, the person that's, like, supposed to have the perception of, like, goodness within them. But if you really look at it, there's nothing good that they really do. Even to this day, which is kind of my point. It's kind of the deal. It's like, you see the perception of, well, they got bullied, and who hasn't gotten some type of form of bullying put onto them at some point in their life? I don't care who you are, what you say. Somebody has tried you. Somebody will try you. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways to go about what that means, but that's not gonna stop anytime soon. If anything, embrace it. But what is it like? Because you really go through the whole thing, but every single thing after them being bullied, and you see them start to get on the come up, and then they start to make their way, and then before you know it, right, they really, you know, they did that thing. But what did they do? They probably broke into something. They probably like if you look at these movies and you check these people, and you only see it at the face value of what they did, what that person did, not what you hoping they could get away with, not what you. And I'm not always saying, and this is my deal though, is that morality and the way that is being perceived is the pinnacle. It's not, you know, it's not the end all be all. Because I'm saying that the hero's morality isn't something that isn't even something to look up to, is what I mean. So you may have the anti-heroes and all this other stuff and all the subsections and whatever about that. But when you just check alone what this person is doing to get to the point to where they're selfishly making waves for themselves, for their life, just to prove something, just to have that, well, I did it and you can't, and now I got this and you don't, and I'm better than you now because I have all this money, accolades, and, you know, I'm now, you can now, you know, people can now see that I'm the smartest and I'm the best and I'm the this, that, and the third. I'm the everything that you wish you could.
I was literally like, man, I need to make a video right now. I forgot like a fucking life, but bro, life is so not real.
Could get out of me, that you could like bully out of me, that you wish you could just like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, listen to this, bro. I'm just hearing about like how people think what makes them better than them is just bullshit. Like money, cars, relationships, all of it just makes you. I don't know. It don't makes you better than nobody. It just makes you a part of life, I guess.
I'm now that thing. But if you think, like I said, if you look at it at face value for what this person is, and not that they're rare enough to be a celebrity, not that they're trying to be an inspiration to you, not that they're trying to do anything else other than, right, you seeing for the fact that they stole a bunch. Like, and I say, I'm not saying this to say, right? I'm saying, but this is also, don't always look at the perception. Look at how you perceive it. What do they have to do to get to that point? Because this is what I'm getting into. It's not everybody, and that's what I mean. Some people might have needed to steal something. Some people might have needed to, but what was the reasonings behind them either breaking into something, doing this and the third? Was it just for selfish reasons? Was it just to make fun of somebody, to get back at something? That's revenge. That's not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it plays into other things. So I'm saying, somebody may do something, but it may be for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may break into something, but it's to save a baby, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, get a nice little puppy out the way or so. I don't know. You know what I mean? Something. So it's like I said, I watch a person on the movie do all the horrible things just to get to the position they're in, like you watched it happen. And then you're shocked that these people don't give a rat's turtle ass about you. Like, you see that, because you think because they made it, they have to be your leader. You think because they made it that they have to have your best interest in mind. You think because you were able to purchase $59.99.95.
One of my favorite things about having a Charon in the game, like, and just the match that you're in, is just, I love the random waves that you see.
You thought that. You thought that your taxes was gonna get fixed up. They was gonna do something for you. That movie was gonna heal whatever ailments you had. That movie was gonna do whatever for your debt. You know what I mean? Like, that movie was gonna do it for you. That show, that thing, that toy, that whatever product, it was gonna fix everything. It's gonna fix it because
he was rotating over here.
You can now see a triumphant story of some asshole that still don't give a fuck about you. Didn't like you before, hated you before. Hate you now and gonna hate you later.
I was like, she's just not here.
Like, and I'll buy another one. Double the price, please. I love it. How much is this popcorn? My goodness. This Coke isn't big enough. Good Lord, it doesn't matter though, right?
From
Jesus.
the heavens. Now,
I couldn't afford it, but you know what I'm saying? I can barely make mortgage, but
I hate dueling. Is that a chalk mid?
It's everything.
It looks to be a chalk mid, and it looks to be I'll probably
all the
get Annie heal
goodness
later.
in life. I love it.
Enemy missing.
My wife just left me, but Jesus, this movie though, he made it.
Now you see.
You know what I mean? It's priorities, man. That's all I'm saying is I don't know if people realize that you just made them $1 richer, praised them up, and they still taken from you. They still helping out the people that matters more to them,
I don't want
that they
to fight,
feel is more
but I
important to
will
them.
be strong.
Chalk
You're
mid
not
new
getting on that
meta.
same train is what I mean.
You seen him on? He got like
You're
so
not
buff
realizing-
last year, and you've seen him
I'll say
on and
certain
off.
people may not realize that they're not getting on that train. They weren't meant to be on it. They don't have their own. They're not trying to build their own. They just.
Oh no,
Oh
I
my
can sit
God.
back here though.
Sensational.
Heck yeah.
He did it. He tricked those people. He caused a butterfly effect of catastrophic proportions. You know what I'm saying? Just oh my God, astronomical numbers. It's over. Oh my God. But you look good doing it. Oh. Goodness to just see him. Oh God, the way he like lifted his eyebrow and did that one thing, and the way he, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, I don't care who it is, but if you realize these heroes, these supposed heroes, it's like, dude, and
Please be careful.
you watch this supposed hero make it to the top, and you clap.
He's
him
alive.
You go, yes.
At almost
You
11.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's
that's
funny
almost
because you go
11,
look at
huh?
like, you know what I'm saying? You go look at other videos, you know, whatever time, whatever keyboard war board war time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you go back in history and you look at all the other, Twitter keyboard war times, and you see them, and you see these people, and they're out there
They have Stygian into the beacon.
busting all kinds of acorns, you know what I'm saying? I just can't. It's so good. Oh God! And you go, why would you cheer for that? They're horrible monsters. They're complete terrible people. They're like degenerates to the highest maximum degree possible. Why are you cheering? Why are you applauding?
We
it?
should like go out
Stop
sometime.
clapping.
Well, I was told you were gonna hang out with me and Persephone last night. What happened?
He caused a butterfly effect of catastrophic proportions. You know what I'm saying? Just oh my God, astronomical numbers. It's over. Oh my God, but you look at it and you're like this, and I'll buy another one. Double the price, please. They're winning too. You can now see a triumphant story of some
Oh, you're a
asshole
Honshu?
Enemy missing right.
that still don't give a fuck about you.
Mimi?
Enemy missing right.
Didn't like you before, hated you
Kids
before,
load.
hate you now, and gonna hate you later. And you're like, yes. And I'll buy another one. Double the price, please. I love it. How much is this popcorn? My goodness. This Coke isn't big enough. Good Lord, it doesn't matter, right? Jesus.
Beyond comprehension.
I couldn't afford it, but, you know what I'm saying? I can barely make mortgage, but this movie, dude, it's everything. It's capturing. It's all the goodness in life.
I'm excited for
I
Team
love
Fight
it.
Phase because I feel like our Team Fight's actually good because we've
My
got
wife just left me,
Acheron
but Jesus,
and what's his face?
this movie though, he made it.
Kuzenbo, that's what his name is. Got there eventually.
It's priorities, man. That's all I'm saying is I don't know if people realize that you just made them $1 richer,
I won't let
praised
you
them
hurt
up,
anyone
and they
else.
still taken from you.
On
They
my
still
way.
have went out the people that matters more to them, that they feel is more important to them. And you're not getting on that same train is what I mean. You're not realizing, I would say certain people may not realize that they're not getting on that train. They weren't meant to be on it. They don't have their own. They're not trying to build their own. They just, oh my God, sensational. He did it. He tricked those people. He caused a butterfly effect of catastrophic proportions. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh my God, astronomical numbers. It's over. Oh my God. But he looked good doing it. Oh, yeah. Goodness, did you see him? Oh God, the way he like lifted his eyebrow and did that one thing, and the way he, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, I don't care who it is, but if you realize these heroes, these supposed heroes, it's like, dude, and you watch this supposed hero make it to the top, and you clap along with it. You go, yes. You know what I mean? And it's funny because you go look at like, you know what I'm saying? You go look at other videos, you know, whatever time, you know, whatever keyboard war, Twitter board war time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you go back in history and you look at all the other, you know, Twitter keyboard war times, and you see them, and you see these people, and they're out and they're like, busting all kinds of acorns, you know what I'm saying? I just can't. It's so good. Oh God! And you go, why would you cheer for that? They're horrible monsters. They're complete terrible people. They're like degenerates to the highest maximum degree possible. Why are you cheering? Why are you applauding this? Stop clapping. You go to whatever theater, bro. You'll buy whatever DVD, whatever now, Blu-ray, whatever fucking downloadable goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You'll do whatever the case may be to cheer these same people. I keep saying it, dude. Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it because, like, I gotta get it out, and this, you know what I'm saying? All the whole dynamics. But other than that, dude, it's like, dude, all those hero movies, dude, that you know, it's just, I mean, all of them really, but you know what I'm saying?
Nice. Spiritual gorillas. Nice. I love when people make the argument that this world is not for heroes. Oh. Maybe that's a skill issue. You don't got the skills to be a hero. Being a hero is being a hero. It's a hero for a reason. The king, the savior. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. You're an agent. See, I want to make this video and post it on YouTube about unclean spirits. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like I be working one, but it be my thoughts. And the thoughts I be having, bro, I'm scared to say right now. Cause it seems like it's something that I understand, and I understand that where it's come from. But if I tell you, it's gonna like, and that's still connection, brother. You see, man, recording. Had to look away, bro. My eyes all shiny and shit. All right. Let me see. make a video live, of course I can. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Alright, look at me like that. Let me see. Still gotta wake up, man. I still need to wipe my eyes, bro. Showing. Bro, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like if I it don't matter though. I guess we talk about Ryan, the boxer dude or whatever. I think his story's interesting. It's pretty messed up what he went through, you know, and so. But I think his story it probably should show a little bit more truth to the detail of what's really going on. And let me see, bro. So we got a couple things I'm gonna read from this book right here called The Demon Dictionary by Kimberly Daniels. And so yeah, we got some cool things to share real quick. Now I was reading this yesterday and I was trying to study my definitions, get upon my jargon. And so far we have already talked about the Python spirit, and just named a list of other spirits that I forgot, but I know the ones that to remember is the Python spirit. Cause that's a sneaky one. That's a real sneaky one. We got scanner spirits, spies that travel and transport information through demonic ranks that are reconnaissance and explorer spirits. I'm gonna have to, most definitely edit that in this video, but this is interesting. Contagious magic. Like, what is contagious magic? So, bro, I look like damn. Like, I need to go touch grass, bro. It look bad. That's insecurities. No, I'm just toasted. Like I'm undead or something. I'm not trying to get off topic. It's just I always realize that when I look in my eyes, it's different. Some days it's very reflective. Some days it's dull. Some days it's almost like you can see through them. You know, like you're looking into another place. Okay, well, let's read contagious magic. Magic based on the belief that things that once were in contact continue to have an influence on each other. After their separation, it's believed that performing the rites of black magic over strings of hair, fingernails, and other personal belongings can harm a person. The act of cursing objects is called fetishism, whereby spirits are assigned and attached to objects, articles of clothing, and so forth. The devil has a counterfeit on the dark side to everything God has on the light side. For example, Paul sent the anointing on clothes to heal and deliver. Likewise, Satan does the same to curse. So it's basically saying Satan is going his best to go toe to toe with God. Contagious magic, though. What does that mean? Oh, so it's literally make to like be contagious, I guess, where it latches onto you. Ah, that's interesting. My dad was telling me something about that. Actually, bro, I was reading something about voodoo yesterday. Papa Legba. It's pretty interesting. They compare him to Saint Patrick, and I never even heard about this about Saint Patrick, that he was like the angel to the gates or whatever. And so with this, so what Papa Legba and Saint Patrick really have in common is like they are the travelers of all the worlds. You know, they are the gatekeepers. They're the ones who transport. They're like the Grim Reapers in a sense. And so it's crazy. It's just crazy. Because I think I was watching Supernatural, and Supernatural has some about Papa Legba, like you go and meet him. It was either Supernatural or it was something American Horror Story. It's probably American Horror Story. Yeah, I think it's American Horror Story. But Voodoo is like I didn't finish it. I didn't even finish the story because then they go into Baron Samedi and they go into other places. But I'm learning about this, like Haiti, because this I think will originate from Haitian. It's a Haitian thing, and it goes deeper. Because right now Haitian is like, the Haitian people are being taken over by the cannibal people right now. So it's like, it's very interesting to read right now. So I'm looking deep into that, and we're probably gonna do that on stream right now, honestly. Because I was looking at the name Ardette Lily, right? And so Ardette Lily was kind of like a representation of Lilith, like the demon who goes and at night try to make men masturbate and, you know, just do all this, just do it to you. So this is the basically the succubus demon or the incubus demon, and it comes at night and they give you these urges, and it's called Ardette Lily. And so I wasn't even looking for voodoo or anything of that nature. I was just looking at names or something. Oh, yeah, okay, I was studying in here. I was looking at the names of the spirits in here, and I was like, what is Ardette Lily? And so it turns out to be a voodoo spirit. And so, man, it's very interesting to go all the way back and to really look into another culture and see how they perceive life. Because some of the perceptions, it might hit harder with you. It might hit home. It might actually like make something else make more sense to you. You know, like in the Bible, it talk about a certain scripture, but then you don't really understand it until you go somewhere else and it talks about it in a different way. And so it's pretty interesting, you know. So yeah, we're gonna do that then. We're gonna go back on this read, because we stopped off at, let me see, voodoo. I'm supposed to be making this third video, so I guess it's just gonna be about voodoo then. It's gonna really specifically hone in on what it is, where it comes from. Like I said, I read bits of this already. I got all the way to idea we do the rainbow which arose from the waters of earth. As many colorway of the gods missions to earth, and who feeds upon bananas and lives mainly in the water. So this was his wife. Yeah, this is okay. Might as well start over from right here. How much I got to read, bro? I'll do this. Let me see. It's probably better to just watch a video though. To save the blacks from animal nature, they were believed to possess the master baptized slaves as Catholic Christians. Hold on. I'll fix my jaw. The masters baptized the slaves as Catholic Christians, which only forced natives practice underground in front of whites. Blacks practiced Catholicism, but among each other, the gods of the ancestors was not forgiven. Rites held deep in the woods, prayers transmitted in the works of songs and worships of saints, while secretly praying to the gods to save the old traditions while giving them a new twist. What evolved was syncretism, the blending of traditional Catholic worship of saints in Christ with the gods of Africa. Blacks could beg for intercession from Saint Patrick, who banished the snakes from Ireland, and really be calling on the serpent god Dabahala Widu. Should say them names. Fetish becomes unnecessary. Even the masters tolerate a poor idiot slave. Keeping a tame snake or lighting candles for the saints, Vandunists do not view such blending as profaning Christianity or Vandun, but an enrichment of their faith. That's interesting. So that's kind of a lot to take in. So hold on. Fetishes become unnecessary. Even the masters tolerated a poor idiot slave, keeping a tame snake or lighting candles for the saints. Vadunists do not view such blending as profaning Christianity or Vandun, but as enrichment of their faith. That's so basically what they're saying is, bro, they don't even see it as like it's like an addition. They think voodoo is an addition to Christianity. It's just crazy. I feel really happy while reading this for some reason. Well, let's go and let's read about Papa Lego, but then we gonna watch a video. So, the Von Doom pantheon of gods called Loas or mysteries is enormous and can accommodate additional local deities or ancestral spirits as need arise. Vadunus acknowledge an original supreme being called Grandmet who made the world, but he has long since finished his work and returned to other worlds, or perhaps to eternal contemplation. Perhaps he has turned to eternal contemplation. His remoteness precludes active worship. The votes are those who serve the Loa, and defending on the rights observed, the Loas can be kind, beneficent, wise, violent, sexual, vindictive, generous, or mean. The father of the Loas is Denbahala Widu, or the great serpent, also called Denbahala or Dambala, which brought forth creation prior to the days of slavery. African worship a large pantheon called Dangibiwi as an embodiment of gods. The snake was harmless to humans, and devotees believed that any child touched by the serpent had been chosen as a priest or priestess by the god himself. After transportation to the Americas, the black found a substitute in type of boa. Danbala is the oldest of the ancestors and does not speak, only hisses. Language, the sacred language of Vondon, which represents long forgotten African Liguri, which originated with Denbala's hissing. Denbala governs the waters of the earth and is also associated with Legba, the god of the sun and the way of all spiritual communion. That is crazy. So in the Bible, it talks about Leviathan, And so Leviathan is also a serpent that the Bible talks about. And so I guess voodoo is like what I'm reading right now. It's like, you know, you're worshiping a serpent, the wise serpent. It's another thing. I don't know. I can go farther and deeper into it, but that's the head of it right now. And so the Bible talks about Leviathan, and so this could be like another form of Leviathan, another name. You know, that's crazy. Let me see. Idea Weebu, the rainbow, which arose from the waters of earth, serve as the many-colored way of the gods. Message to earth and Dambala's wife, she is too is a serpent, a short coil snake who feeds upon bananas and lives mainly in the waters. Her bright spectrum decorates Valdon temples, especially the central support pole. Aldea Weebu is only one manifestation of the goddess Azulite, the deity of beauty, love, wealth, and prosperity, normally referred to as Mistress, Azulite. She is the lunar wife of Legba, the sun, and as the moon. Azulite is pure, virginal contact with her heated husband burned her skin, so Azulal is usually depicted as a beautiful dark-skinned Ethiopian. Well, he burned her skin. There are many different Azulals encompassing not only the better virtues of love and goodwill, but also the vices of jealousy, discord, and vengeance. She can be vain, likes pretty jewelry and perfume, and angers easily. According to the creation myth, Dambala the serpent and Aldoweebu the rainbow taught men and women how to procreate and how to make blood sacrifices so they can become the spirit and obtain wisdom of the serpent. Although Dambala represents the ancestral knowledge of Vondun, no communion of God and worshiper can take place without the offices of Legba. He is the Orient, the East, the sun, and the place the sun rises. He governs the gates, fences, and entryways. No other deity may join a Vondu ceremony unless Legba has been asked to open the door. He controls the actions of all other spirits, depicting both as a man sprinkling water, as an old man walking with a stick or a crutch. Legba personifies the ritual waters and the consolidation of Vondu mysteries. He is called Papa, and through the synchronization has become identified with Saint Peter, the gatekeeper of heaven and the man to whom Christ gave the keys to the kingdom. Others see Legba as Christ, a mulatto man born of the sun and the moon. Legba also guards crossroads and as Mantri, Kafir, Monsters of the Four Roads or Crossroads is the patron of sorcery. Alright, so that's it. And that's interesting. That's really interesting to me. Because the fact that they even say that this is not like a separation from Christianity, this is more like an addition. This is edifies Christianity. This is insane. This is new to me. I found this out yesterday. It's like, because voodoo has something I've always been scared to really look at and touch into because of the blood sacrifice. But when you go into like, you read about Jesus, he was the ultimate blood sacrifice. He died for our sins. And so it's like a piece of history that we've been missing of what can really add on to the big picture. Man, I don't know, bro. I feel like if you get into this stuff, it's gonna make you even more crazier. Which I feel like it just makes you more aware towards this reality that, you know, tells nothing but lies to get you be programmed and, you know, just self-harm, to self-destruct and hurt. So it's all for entertainment purpose, to put on a show. But I think generally this is something big, you know. I feel like I can find more answers researching and understanding voodoo and going back to the Bible and understanding that, because books have been taken out the Bible, books have been edited, there have been different versions, you know, people have taken stuff out, and so you still have to look, you know, you have to search, because God, the Holy Spirit, he's in us, you know. So it's not just touching those people who wrote, you know, the King James version. It's touching everybody across the world, and so you have to realize where's the goodness at, because God is good. God is all that is good. So you have to look for the good that's in, you know, everywhere. And so because God, He is speaking through everywhere, so you have to look for the good, and that's what I believe. You know, you have to keep that positive mindset. You have to look for the good. No matter if you're in a negative state, you have to look for the good in your negative state. Why am I in this negative state, and what's the good that can come out of it? You know, so I think that's the biggest thing about it too. You know, even if you are dealing with thoughts of being suicidal, or like you want to get out of here, it's like, man, you can use that. You know, you can sit here, cultivate, you can cry, you know, because really crying and even going to tell somebody that you're depressed, you know, you might think it might irritate them, but maybe they might be going through the same thing. They don't want to tell nobody else about it. But really, if you want me to tell them, it helped them out, and they're able to express and share the same thing with you, and it helps you out. And so it's just deep on that fact that we have to look past the being judged so much, even us judging ourselves. And if we are judged, screw it, you know, like really, it's like, what can you do about it? Because I feel like, you know, Satan, he is the prosecutors of the brothers. He is what calls on the brothers and tests them. He is the one that, you know, he is the big brother. I think, you know, I'll say Jesus is the big brother, but I say Satan, he acts like he's coming to test people, and God uses him in that way. And so he destroys himself because he is the judger, and the judger, you know, it breaks your own heart sometimes, because it comes back on you. You know, it's like you're pointing the finger. It's weird, bro, because it's like you're looking, like if you put it in 3D perspective of how energy flows and how it goes. So it's like you're looking at a person, you're pointing a finger, and you're saying that's wrong, and it's like you're the mirror for this person. And so it's like when you do that to that energy, it's gonna come back on you, because it's like a self-reflection. Unless you know and you are aware of how to transmute the energy, you know, transmute the negative energy, because it's all there for a reason. We're here to transmute. We're here to bring positive energy, not to sit here and make it more aware of that the negative is more negative. You know, that's not what we're here for. So we're here to transmute into goodness, into positive, to make smiles, and to bring arts. So it's a process, you know. And I think studying different religions, you know, besides Christianity, is helpful. And I feel like Christianity is really has the core, the foundation of good roots, but the other religions can really help you start to understand the bigger picture. It can start to help you, you know, get closer to God, because that's what God calls you to do. He calls you to study, you know, and once you realize that God, He made creation, and so it's all good, you have to really believe that, have faith. And so you have to open your mind, you have to open your horizon, because do you believe that God made creation to be all good? You know, and that's something that's true. So you can't be scared. You can't let the devil scare you from out of having some knowledge and for using it for yourself. And I think that's what's been happening for a lot of people. They've been scared to get it, because once I hit this level, I'm like, bro, this stuff is so simple, it's so easy. All I have to do is work for it, and have to take my time and understand the basics of learning and foundation of learning. And it's like, it's easy. It comes natural, because you have built that block of the core foundation of learning. Like, what's the meaning of this, and what's the meaning of that? And so once you have the meanings of those words, then you can understand the meaning of the bigger words. So it's all like a building block of knowledge, and it becomes easier once you just do the work. And so that's what I really am getting to. I just gotta do the work, man. You have to get in there, you have to apply yourself, you have to read, have to study. If you don't know what that means, if it's making you stressed out, you know, you have to, okay, what is this, what is that? And you have to ask questions. That's the biggest thing about knowledge, just asking questions. You know, you have to be hungry in that way. How many questions can I ask? You know, I think questions by far is probably my favorite word. Question is like the fountain of life. A question can give you anything. It can give you death. It can give you life. A question is like universal. Questioning is a good word, you know. I should be asking questions more often, but it is a point to where you can ask too many questions. You can be overflowing with knowledge. You can be overflowing with wisdom. And you're just walking around asking questions for no reason, and it's like, you know, what's the point of you asking that question? What you gonna do? Are you gonna do something with it? Are you gonna use this for your life? You know, because I hit that point too. It's like I'm asking all these damn questions, and it ain't even helping me. It's just making me more insecure. It's just making me more self-aware of being insecure. And so it's like, man, it's crazy, you know. So it's having that balance, and it's really understanding what God wants for you. And most of the time, it's really what you want for yourself. You want to be loved, you want to be cherished, and so we get these different ideas, these different from the world, you know. So the world tells us that we gonna need something, like right, like you gonna need, and honestly, you don't need it. You want it because this is what other people have, and it's like, you know, you have to meet that standard. You know, you have to meet society's standard. And so this is where you get the desire from of the world, because you feel like you should meet a standard that other people are meeting. And so, but with God, he calls us to work on our character, to work on our inner self. And so it may not happen for us at the moment because we have to work on even being sensitive to acquiring something like that. Like, you know, I'm asking for $1,000,000, but I can easily destroy myself with $1,000,000 if I'm addicted to alcohol or weed. I can overdose easily on anything if I had $1,000,000, because I don't have self-control. I don't have the mind to be temperate, or I don't have the mind to even invest. So if I do have money, it can just all get and go. So it requires to work on your character. You know, you like, you know, like Frederick Douglass. You know, I prayed. He said I prayed for 20 years and see no change until I start stepping with my feet. And that's the biggest thing. Like, you have to move towards it. And so it's really, sometimes it's really hard for me to pray. Like, I don't know, I feel like prayer is something that should be really sacred, you know, because it's like a true commitment that you're really trying to go to God, and you're trying to confess everything that is bothering you. You're trying to confess everything that's on your heart. And so I feel like doing it every day for me is something I have to learn. Like, that's the discipline I have to learn. That's the relationship I have to get closer with God. But it was like I just, you know, I'm so hungry, I'm so desirable. I go to a prayer and I be asking God for all this, and I'm like, you know what, I probably just need to chill, and I need to work. I need to calm down. I just need to work first, and I need to focus my energy. And how should I focus this towards God before I go to prayer and ask? But I guess prayer should be used to be like more of a friend. I don't know, but you know, prayer should be used for anything, you know, even if something that's on your heart. Because I be more rebellious towards the fact, like, man, this stuff don't, you know, it don't work. It don't, but it was like meditation in a way. You know, like meditation, I have to sit down with meditation. After a while, I'm like, okay, I kept doing it. Then I got some benefits of it. Like, my head started getting woozy. I started getting lightheaded. I started to feel like it was a natural high off the breath and off the stuff alone. And then my mind started to be calm, start to be cool, start to have a clear mind. I can think. I start to have energy. I start to feel some fire from my libido. It's like, oh man, I feel like I'm alive, you know. And so, but it got to a point where that feeling became normal. It just became the norm. And so my motivation wasn't there. My passion, you know, like the fire was there, but it was the same old heat, same old temperament. It's like I'm not getting hotter, you know what I mean? So it's like the flame wanting desire to be more hotter, to be even burning, even more brilliant, to even get in brighter. So it's like you hit that wall and you like, man, it's maybe it don't need to come out right there at this moment, but you feeding that flame every day. And I think negativity is more like the emotions, the water, and you can put it out. You know, sometimes it's helpful because sometimes you are burning too hot. And you do need it. You do need to be humble, and it's understood. Everything in this life is used for a reason. Everything in this life is here for a reason. It's not just, oh, F that, forget it. No, you have to respect it. You have to know why it's here. You have to have a core foundation of respect. You have to know that everything is here for a reason. Like, God made you, God. That's why God, he say he is the only God. He is the God. He created all. So you have to have respect for everything in its existence, even if it seems like it doesn't respect you. And that's pretty, it calls for you to be a warrior, truly a warrior of God, because when somebody come and check you in that manner, especially spiritually, and like you real deal going toe to toe with a demon who is literally trying to throw you off, it's pretty hard to show love and respect to something like that. But those battles call for God's strongest warriors, and so you can stand through. And they still gonna hit you with more stuff. It's gonna probably get even more lower blows, because that's what they do. They try to go lower. They try to hit you harder. They try to make you tick and react. That's the whole purpose of the enemy. That's the whole purpose. He try to throw you off your course, throw you off your path. It's the whole game. And all you just have to go to God, repent, hold on, because we all make mistakes. We all sometimes play the enemy. We all might play being the advocate, and might try to do this because it's plenty of times like, man, you know what, if I didn't sit here and act stupid and just numb myself to a lot of things in life, and like I was really trying to like do something that wasn't of anything, like I don't know, bro, like it's because I was doing that already with this friend, and I'm so glad I met this person, because I don't know, bro, like I was doing things and I wasn't really thinking about people's emotions. Like I thought about them, but I wasn't thinking about them. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like I thought about them to use them, to manipulate and to control them, because I saw this person as like an object, like seriously like an object, and it's kind of scary, but it's intelligence, and it's also how I view myself. I kind of view myself like an object, view myself like a golem sometimes. Like I'm here with emotions, with feelings, but don't nobody really care about them. Don't nobody really respect what the fuck I got going on. So it's like I'm just an object, and I'm here to make something fucking happen. I'm here to do something. This is what's called being a man, But in truth and reality, fuck what's going on the inside. You just have to get stuff done on the outside, and that's how I view life. And I'm like, okay, so I gotta use these things on the inside to acquire some shit on the outside. So I gotta sit here and weaponize everything that I'm given inside my body, every my emotions, my mind, my capability. I have to become a weapon basically to protect myself, because this world doesn't give a fuck about you. You are an object to the world, and I was just watching the video that this world is not for heroes, and that's something I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change their mindset, because I know it's more than, I can just use some emotions and feelings to harm people and trap them in the guilt and shame and all this other stuff. And so, because that's, it's all a tool. It's all a tool. And that's what the devil knows. If you're not aware to the tools that God is giving you, he's going to use them against you. And that's what's happening. People fall because they don't study for lack of knowledge, And so you may look like a very evil person because you're smart and intelligent, and they don't know no better about anything in their reality, and it's like, but in a sense, it's like you have to, and I guess that's what calls being a leader, because God, he is watching everybody, and some people are asleep, just because they're, they may be slow to that point, or doesn't mean they're stupid. Doesn't mean they're slow. They're not realizing what you're doing to them. It's just that, you know, it's God calls for things to happen like that, because when you're in a position to lead and you're not leading right, you're not leading correctly, you're taking advantage, it's coming back on you. Like every leader, every pharaoh, it's like, I don't realize why people still have these characteristics of being a tyrant, of being narcissistic, and thinks that it's okay, it's good, and that it's promoting any benefit to life. That being selfish is the problem solver to your problems, and it's shown multiple times in reality it's not. You know, it's sometimes it's tough shit, but you just have to go through it, and going through it you find a prize even better than what you was looking for. And that is that's what God trying to show us, because what we want for ourselves is sometimes less than what God is trying to give us. And that's the crazy part. And we downvalue ourselves, because God wants us for more. You know, I'm saying, like, I want $1 million. I probably could be worth $1 trillion, even more than that. You know, so it's like, it's something that you have to really be sensitive about. You know, and being sensitive with yourself. You have to reflect, and you have to get down to the core, because this world is desensitizing us to a lot of things. Like, they're saying, oh, you shouldn't care about that. You're an adult. You're grown. Why you caring about the small stuff? That stuff don't matter. And they make everybody think these ways because they have to survive. They have to get stuff done. And it don't make sense to me, bro. It's like a bunch of adults complaining at a bunch of adults for not surviving correctly. It don't fucking make sense. So it's like, bro, oh man, bro, I don't know. I'm like, I be on it, because I literally just watched this video about Unit 731, and this is about the military experience the experience they did in military. So this is, you know, I'm talking about the goodness that could happen in humanity, but I'm also focused on the darkness side of humanity it has, because the truth is humanity is very dark, you know. And so Unit 731, this was like a group that did experiments on humans, like real experiments on humans, and they didn't did it all, bro. Anything, they didn't froze people, they didn't. You don't even gotta get into it, but this is where they was getting a research and a study from doing these human experiments, you know. And so, by far, you know, thinking trying to even save humanity sometimes is even more insane than trying to destroy them, because wanting to save humanity, and you realize how dark and how deep people really think about, you know, and deprived they are, it's like, what's the point? You know, because, and I think that's what makes Jesus the king, the man, Yahweh, because he can see all the worthlessness inside of humanity, all the darkness, all the F and BS that we like to give out, and he can say, I can forgive it, bro. Like, but you can't forgive yourself, and that's the biggest thing. Can you repent? Can you really come back? And that's the challenge for us all, because we all gonna make a mistake, but can we forgive ourselves, and can we get back up? Because a righteous person always have to get back up. You have to get back up. It's righteous. You know, we fall down, you have to get back up, and you have to keep doing it, keep speaking it, keep saying it, because that's what life is about. You know, we have to, when it rains, stuff still have to grow. You know, okay, when you plant the seeds, you harvest, you plant more, right? We have to constantly keep planting these seeds. So it's not like I said it once and it's done and now be all, I should become the one and only, the great, because I said it one time, I did it one time. No, it's a constant thing. Like, I'm constantly planting seeds to harvest, right? And so, and God is always working, right? And so it's like, I can't get caught up in trying to be comfortable with just doing one thing. And so this is why I kind of try to do music, because I know I was way too comfortable with that and wasn't really paying off how I thought it should be. So now I'm doing something else that I think that can also help this area of my life, planting seeds. And so I'm loving it. I'm loving it because God is he's building me up, and I'm have to learn discipline through this. Like if I want to see what I want to see, I have to learn discipline. I have to get my heart together. I have to be patient. I have to be calm. I have to learn, and I have to just shake it off. And one thing what this video is really talking about is, bro, everybody been bullied. Everybody has some. So what? So what? He said, suck it up. And you know what? I didn't want to hear that, but I'm like, you know what? That's the truth. That's the honest to God truth. Because I know many other kids in the school who got bullied worse than me, who got talked down worse than me, and they still living their life to the best, and they still happy, and they going around with a smile. I don't know if it to be true about them, you know, if they actually happy, but you know, it's not something I should hold on to and be like, man, these people just hate me for no reason. I don't care, bro. Like, why should I care? Because the disrespect is on your end. It's not on my end. And you got a problem with me. I don't have a problem with you. You know? So it's like, that's the biggest of it. You know, the disrespect is on their end. So when somebody coming to disrespect you, they coming to say all this mean stuff and all this, you know, try to talk you down, it's on their end. You know, they got the problem. It's not you. And if they do, it's a way to communicate it. It's called being grown. It's hey, I don't like this. And it's called being grown, you know? And kids can do grown things. They can learn how to communicate and talk and speak up. But they have to be in an environment for that, you know. And they have to be shown that to know that, to know it works. Because a lot of people, they don't think it works. You know, they just trying to do the same old thing and think that, hey, they get comfortable with the same result. And F that, bro. That's what leads to evilness. That's what leads to depreciation of life. You know. So, let's get into this video, man. Let's get into this video. Of voodoo. That was a nice little run I went on to. So, let me see.
This is what a typical voodoo ritual looks like in Benin. But based on pop culture depictions, you might think voodoo is all about human sacrifice and putting curses on people. That stigma plagues voodoo believers like Martine de Souza, a voodoo priestess and historian who has spent almost 20 years trying to demystify her faith. What's the actual source of all the stigma towards voodoo?
You know, all the stigma started when Europeans start to come to Africa. The Catholic Europeans, you know, when they came here, they saw the sort of unity between us. And they know that Africans, they are very strong people. How can we fragilize them? How can we take over those people? I think we will start to tell them that the God that they are worshiping is evil. They should follow our religion. That's how it started.
Reports of ritual crimes continue to cast a shadow over the voodoo community. In 2020, a 7-year-old girl was kidnapped and killed in an incident many attributed to the religion, but worshippers like de Souza dismiss any link. Blood sacrifice is pretty central to voodoo.
Yeah.
But there's also the association with human sacrifice, ritual crimes. How do you grapple with that as a voodoo believer?
We don't sacrifice human being for
And so
voodoo.
it's a big thing that I really like. I feel a lot. Spirits don't like ignorance, bro. You know, spirits, like, real talk, they don't like ignorance. They trick you for being stupid. Like, especially if your intentions are not great, they're gonna use it back on you. So they're really funny. You know, like I said, this world is a show. They're really funny, and so they're watching us like we're watching them, but we don't realize it. You know, we're still asleep. And you know, I don't like ignorance, bro. You have to be aware of what's going on in your reality, lest you're just gonna always be carried away on the dreams.
It happens in the old days, but not now. Voodoo is not negative. Witchcraft is different from voodoo. Witchcraft is the power that people have to fly, to turn themselves into birds or cats or something different, to come to your house, take your soul, make you sick. They can even turn somebody's soul into a goat or chicken and eat it.
Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen
Mm-hmm.
a bird
Mm-hmm.
turn into a human?
Yes. And it's because of those people that we are working very hard, because we need to protect people.
So, in a way, bro, the reason why they don't like it, it's like, I just had these deeper thoughts, bro. It's like death. In a sense, only way you can live as a spirit is if you living in your truth. And that's why they come in with ignorance. It's like death to them. It's truly like death, because it's like you're ignoring your own reality. And this is what they're getting us to do. They're getting us to focus on something fake, you know, like a computer or a video game all day, and or something that makes us like, damn, I really wasted my whole entire life doing that, and it's not even about that. Cause that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people when you listen to them. It's like, man, I kind of just wish I took my time doing that, you know. And this, man, cause I don't know, everything's not what it seems in the end. Yeah, but ignorance is like death. It truly is death, you know, because to live life, you know, you have to follow truth. You have to live in truth. That's what eternal life is at. So if you're a spirit and God is using the spirit, they have to live in truth. That makes sense. And if you come in with ignorance and you know, and you fully believe the ignorance more than the truth, it's like you're choosing death. And so what they have to do is they have to, you know, I guess they trick you. Some might even help you out, like they said, some might be sexual, vindictive, violent. You know, they're just like us. They have same I guess emotions and desires, I guess, but I keep saying I guess because it's truly all is a guess. You don't know. Only God really knows. You know, this is all a study of I guess. Here we go again. It's more like a probability of nature. Like, I labeled this. See, this is kind of deep where I'm going at right now, and this is off topic, but this is like, because information, the way that you hold information is by putting a label on it. Okay, so all information is, bro, this is why me learning coding is like, it's mind blowing, because I'm seeing how life is built up. So it's like you make a name and then you assign attributes to that name, and so then these attributes are also names, but then you describe what these attributes are using a name, and then so you go deeper, and it's like yeah, bro, it's labels. Life is built on labels, built on functions and saying what this should do, yes or no. If this is that, it's built on logic. You know, you may look into a computer code, you might think this is chaotic, you know, and this is how we look at life, you know. We look into life like, man, everything is chaotic. We don't know what's going on, but it's like one big old computer with bunches of code that is hard to decipher because we don't realize that it's just code. I don't know. I'm probably losing my mind here, but something I was just having a deeper thought about. Let's go back to the voodoo.
And Tron, my deity here, Tron, is always fighting the evil people.
Voodoo's reach is global. There are an estimated 30 million voodoo believers just in West Africa, and even more anywhere else with the history of slavery.
All the people who were taken, who were enslaved, they had their own religion. And today, in New Orleans, in Cuba, in Haiti, in Brazil, in Black America, we have voodoo there today. Because of whom? Because of those people who left. Every January 10th, we have to remember them.
Benin honors that history with an